What's up, guys? This is a strange video. I know you rarely ever see a pregame video for a ranking, but the last Halloween ranking I did was right after Ends, and usually you're kind of against the gun. I guess timing is of the essence, right? Because the new movie just came out, which was Halloween Ends. But oftentimes when you do a ranking right after the newest movie comes out from your favorite franchise, by the way, you might not be able to even trust yourself with that ranking. Okay, so it's been a few years since that ranking, and I know now that my mind has changed. Who'd have thunk it? My mind changed, right? There's quite a few entries that have moved around from this franchise, okay? Some better, some worse. I wanted to do a little pregame video just to kind of tell you guys where my mind is, because I thought about maybe putting this at the beginning of the ranking, and maybe I could, but I'm a little bit too long-winded for that, and I don't want to bore you to death. So once I do the ranking, I'll pretty much just jump right into the ranking, okay? So that way I don't bore you guys to death, which is what I'm doing now. I hope not. A lot of you say, anytime you put out Halloween videos, I'm game. So I guess this is for those people that love it when I put out Halloween-related videos, okay? So a question for you guys. Your favorite franchise might be Nightmare. It might be Friday the 13th. It might be Evil Dead. It might be, you know, whatever. Do you find it really, really hard to rank your favorite franchise? Or the better question is, does your rank change constantly over time from your favorite franchise? Sure, our number one and our last place are probably not going to change that much. Although mine has for this one, by the way. The Halloween franchise, I guarantee if you've looked at every one of my rankings, I've probably ranked it 3 or 4 times now. And I did a 31 on 31 back in 2018, and my ranking of it then was probably different, you know, if you just looked at the Halloween movies. I guess what I'm trying to say for this particular pregame video is this new ranking that I'm doing, this isn't like final. This is what I'm feeling right now at this moment. Because this particular franchise, you have so many different continuities, and sometimes just those continuities can kind of mess with your head as far as like, do I like this movie as much as I think I do? Or do I dislike this movie as much as I think I do? I don't know. An example being, I think those first 6 movies, there's just something special about them. There's just the look of those first 6 movies, something special. And that's not to say that the first 6 movies are going to be my top 6. Not at all. But what I'm saying is, comparing those first 6 movies to everything that came after is a little confusing as far as like putting it in a ranking. And when you're ranking the Halloween franchise, or maybe even your favorite franchise, the set of factors that you go by as far as like filmmaking, as far as like entertainment level, as far as like maybe the current mood that I'm in, there's so many different factors that come into play that it can really mess with your head when you are in the middle portion of it. Again, the bottom and the top, not so much. But when you get in the middle portion of it, especially if it's a franchise that you love so many of these movies, it can really screw you up. And sometimes even after you do the ranking, you might have regrets. And I can tell you right now, right before this particular video, I did sit down one more time and I went through just to see, and I did move something again. It's like every single time I look at that letterbox list, which don't look at my letterbox list, or you can if you want while you're watching the ranking video, but it changes every single time just because I love so many of these movies, but so many of these movies are so different from each other. Rob Zombie's movies are a completely different animal than the David Gordon Green movies, which are a completely different animal than H2O, which to me is a different animal than the first 6 movies. So you get where I'm going? Maybe other franchises like Friday the 13th are easier to rank for me, just because a lot of them, you know, you could just pretty much the Paramount years, the New Line years, but not Halloween. Halloween is just a different animal. So what I want you guys to do is just get down in the comments and just talk about, you don't have to put your ranking, because save that for the ranking video, but just talk about if you find your favorite franchise or even the Halloween franchise to be difficult to rank, because it does make for a fun and interesting discussion. And also, here's what I want you to do, okay? Tell me the one movie out of the Halloween franchise that your mind has changed on the most. Could be for better, could be for worse, but I would be curious to see what you guys would say. I would probably bet that Halloween 3 might go in there, Halloween Ends might go in there. Who knows? But you know, I love these types of discussions. I've been putting out a lot of Hit the Bricks clips just regarding the Halloween franchise over the last week. It's been fun. And it's been fun doing Drumdums Xtra, the second channel, where a video like this I probably would not put on the main channel. You know, a pregame video. No, because that could mess up the algorithm. And that's the reason I created the second channel for stuff like this, where if I have a thought in my head that I think might take 5 minutes to talk about, I'll put it on the second channel. That's the freedom of having a second channel. And if some of my YouTube peers with maybe larger numbers or even smaller numbers are watching this video and you don't have a second channel, consider it. I've actually talked to a couple of friends on the side. I won't name names, but I've told them, you should probably think about a second channel. You know, just my opinion, because you're putting out a lot of content and maybe the algorithm is maybe messing with you a little bit, or maybe you're messing with the algorithm. I don't know. So I didn't mean to get into a little bit of YouTube talk here, but yeah, I'd even if you're like, you know, a couple thousand subscribers, if there's something that's outside of your lane, but still maybe in like horror, maybe consider a second channel. I'm having a blast with it. So right after this, I'm about to hit record on the ranking. And Davey Deathray, he'll be releasing his at the same time. Nick from the Lost River Drive-In, he already released his, I believe, last week. So yeah, it's October, and it's the perfect time to do a ranking. I'm sorry if you guys caught a little bit of a blur in this video, I mean picture-wise, because I'm looking at my Canon camera, which I've used for 10 years now, by the way, and that the square keeps moving down over here, like, and then I get it back up here. Like right now it's right here, but sometimes it just went down there. You see that? And now I'm blurry. Drives me crazy. I might get a new camera. But yeah, guys, I'm stalled long enough. I'm about to record that ranking now. That's the end of the video. But yeah, guys, I hope I didn't waste your time too much. All right, I will see you guys soon. Love you guys. Mwah.